everybody. We're back again this week. Excited to be in my apple farm. It's not really my apple farm, but it's next to my house. The Zollingers have been nice enough to let us be in the trees because this is story time in the treehouse or in the apple tree today. And we appreciate all the doctors at Treehouse Pediatrics and Wellness Care for sponsoring us and making this possible. Also grateful to my son for filming, Tyler Weiss, and also grateful to the kindergarten teachers who are letting us show you these fun things. Now behind me you can see the apples. They don't grow on vines, they grow on trees. And they are hooked onto the tree with what we call a stem. And we're going to grab some apples out of this box because usually when you start school you talk about the letter A. A is for apple. So we've had lots of winds last night, and many of you might not have lights that work still. We don't. But many trees blew down. Speaking of trees today. So we're in the apple farm. This farm is 116 years old. That means the farmer that now works here, his great grandpa started this. But I'm going to show you a surprise. What do you think is inside of this apple? Ooh, a star. So when you go home today, you can cut this in half and see if you can find a star. And we're going to peel an apple in a minute, but you're going to find seeds. These are the seeds. If you plant these seeds, you might have an apple tree. Well, I brought my apple peeler today, and this is just as much fun as Disneyland or Lagoon. So I already put my apple on here in case I struggled in front of the audience. And I'm gonna move it down. This takes a little juggling if you haven't done it before. If you don't have an apple peeler, go next door and ask your friend, but borrow one because it's just worth it because it peels it. Can you see the peel coming off? And it cuts it. It's amazing. I just think this is so much fun. You will love it. Okay, now is the fun part. We slip it off. And what do we have here? This is, whoa, an apple core. That's what that's called. So if you want to be really smart in front of all your friends, you say, I know what that is. It's an apple core, the middle of the apple. And what do you think these are? These are seeds. More seeds, apple seeds. And here's the stem. And this is the skin. And lots of kids that have done this, they eat the skin. And it's really good. But my favorite part is the slinky. You might not know what a slinky is, but it bounces. So see, that is so great. I love it. So now you can eat your slinky and have lots of fun with your family. So I want to show you, here's my little bowl that I brought today, because we always think apples are red, but some are green, and I bet you can guess the other ones. We said red, and a lot of people have not seen many yellow apples. So lots of colors for apples. Do you know who loves to get inside of an apple and eat it? An ooey gooey worm. these, of course, are not real worms. But your teachers are going to have a little apple that you can color and put a little worm through, and you can have a little puppet, or you can have a little sack puppet. You know what song I love for apples? And the letter A is way up high in the apple tree. Two little apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down fell the apples. They were good. So maybe you can sing that with your family or with your class. That's another fun apple tree. Well, it's been fun to be outside, fun to be in the trees again. And this is Miss Diane until next week with our story time in the tree.